Do you find yourself constantly explaining your career moves, why a relationship ended, or your daily lifestyle choices to your parents and friends, just to avoid their judgment? You likely tell yourself you are just being polite. You think you are keeping the peace and making sure everyone understands your perspective. This compulsive need to justify every choice you make reveals a deeply ingrained state of emotional submission. When you are exhausted from constantly presenting evidence to prove your choices are valid, you are unconsciously seeking permission to exist. You are living in an eternal theater where the audience holds more power than you, the protagonist. By prioritizing the comfort of the audience over your own reality, you effectively abandon your own internal authority before anyone else even has the chance to question it. This pattern often begins in childhood, rooted in environments of emotional invalidation. When you were young and expressed a feeling or made a choice, you might have been told you were exaggerating or that your reasons were nonsense. The message you internalized was that your internal reality only has value if others approve of it. Over-explaining developed as a defense mechanism to avoid abandonment. You learned that if you could just explain your choices well enough, you wouldn't be punished or even ridiculed. Today, every time you justify your lifestyle to a friend or your career to your family, you are executing that same obsolete survival program. The childhood tactic remains at the wheel, turning a casual conversation into a desperate attempt to stay safe in a world that no longer threatens. Carl Jung understood that when we constantly try to convince others why we act a certain way, we reveal a state of profound self-neglect. He saw this constant adaptation to others' expectations as a massive obstacle to individuation, the process of becoming who you truly are. When you suppress your real motives to avoid displeasing someone, you commit a silent, daily act of self-betrayal. Your ego becomes a mere servant to external acceptance, and you lose touch with your inner self. Seeking this validation effectively severs the connection to your own truth. To break this cycle, you must shift your center of gravity toward internal authority. Internal authority is the deep conviction that your truth does not need to be negotiated. It is the moment you stop asking if they will understand and realize it simply doesn't matter if they do. In the real world, this starts with a tool that can feel quite jarring: silence. The next time someone questions your life choices, offer them your truth without the attached essay. Say, "I've decided to go in a different direction," and then stop talking. Let the silence hang there. Your secure silence acts as a stone wall. It destabilizes their control because you are no longer handing them the power to judge. I have to warn you, making this shift will trigger your own anxiety at first. You will face the discomfort of holding a no without guilt, and some people may distance themselves when they can no longer demand your submission. But on the other side of this discomfort is psychological integrity. You stop begging for space and simply start occupying it. When you stop justifying your existence, your presence shifts from a state of doubt to one of self-possession. The world inevitably responds with more respect because you have finally started treating your own choices with respect. It is time to stop being a supporting character in a life that belongs to you. Tell me in the comments, what is the one explanation you repeat the most that you are finished giving? Write it down to publicly seal this promise to yourself.